Dear friends, today on our Corona Inspiration Series, installment number 15, Sunday is the 11th day of Nisan, and we are dedicating today's inspiration to our inspiration, my personal inspiration, the inspiration of Jewry of the entire world, the inspiration for many people of many nations of the world, as witnessed today again in the middle of this crisis where United States of America had declared today Education Day USA, as they have done for the last 40 plus years in honor of the Rebbe. What is the Rebbe? Who is our Rebbe? What is my Rebbe? And why is he our inspiration even so many years after he's physically not with us? And you know, during this crisis that we are in, we are very often thinking how small we are, how one little micro of a cell had manifested itself in one person and taken over the world, how we seem almost powerless to be able to stop it, though we're taking many measures and God willing they should all work. But it seems unbelievable how small we feel in front of the bigger issue that's in front of us and facing us all. And very often when we start feeling small, we start feeling helpless and we're out of control. We definitely don't have any control. And the truth is, very, very good advice always is, deal with the things that you could control. The things we cannot control, we cannot deal with, but we put our faith in Hashem to be able to help get us through those things. And that's what prayer is all about. But I want to address today the idea of feeling small and inconsequential and almost impossible to make any dent or any difference. And the Rebbe, in his teachings, in his leadership, emphasized the opposite. And there's a story of how a young child, and this is a story that I believe happened in the 70s, who lived in one of the small countries in the Caribbean, Central America, and the Rebbe sent one of his emissaries, Rabbi Ketlarsky, to go down to that island, I believe it was Curacao, and to go there and to help the Jews. Not knowing what his mission was, he went, and what meets him in the press of that day is that there's a Jewish child who refuses to say the Lord's Prayer. And he claims he's not Christian, he's Jewish, he doesn't want to join in. And in a very Christian Catholic country, it was unacceptable, and it was front page news, and everyone was talking about it. And Rabbi Ketlarsky shows up within that experience going on in that country. So he right away goes to the shul and he says, what can I help? So they tell him, this is the crisis we face now. And he asks to meet with the child and his parents, and he listens to the child, and he sees the child loves Judaism and wants to express his Judaism as much as possible, and he advises to the parents, let me take the child to New York. He'll be in a Jewish environment, a Jewish school, and he'll grow up with the passion of Judaism being able to be expressed. And that's exactly what they did. And the boy grew up and becoming a very well steeped in the religion and a close follower of the Rebbe, a chassid of the Rebbe. And at one time he wrote a letter to the Rebbe. And in his signature he wrote, a small Jew from Curacao. And when the Rebbe answered him back, as he often did on the letter that he received, the Rebbe wrote, circled small Jew, and he wrote, no such a thing as a small Jew. Every single Jew is great. If God put you into this world, you are great. You are not inconsequential. You are not just an afterthought. You're not a 0.0000 something of existence, but to God you are 100% of everything that exists. And this is the way we all have to feel about ourselves. We are sitting here wherever we are, even though you're behind closed doors in your home, and maybe you may be alone, and there's no one else who knows what's going on in your life, but you are not inconsequential. You are important to God. And when you feel important, and you feel that every action you do today, between you and God, between you and your mankind, through the tools that you're allowed to, have consequences, have reach. Every mitzvah you do today will affect, like the virus, not only by those you come in contact with, because spirituality travels even if there's no physical contact, even when there is physical distancing. Spirituality has no borders. It travels all over. So let's not think we're inconsequential. Do an extra mitzvah today. Let's do it in honor of the Rebbe, who taught that every one of us and inspired us all the time and at any moment that we all make a difference. We could make the difference, but we have to be the ones that will ultimately make the difference. And we don't have to be in great positions to do it. Today, right now, wherever you are, you will make a difference. Do an extra mitzvah. If you didn't put on tefillin today, put on tefillin. Say some words of prayer or psalms. Study, like we're listening now to this video or later, study something. Call someone and reach out and do the mitzvah of Ahavas Yisrael, of helping a fellow Jew. Donate to help a family who has even less than you today. Do something to get ready for Passover. Let's remember, we are not small and we are not inconsequential. We are all great. We are all giants. And we are standing on the shoulders of the giants before us, the many, many generations going back to the beginning of the Jewish people, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You make a difference. In honor of the Rebbe, let's step up to the plate and let's make a difference today. And there's no doubt, when we start making a difference in our own ways, this will bring a tidal wave in the world that will bring a tidal wave of goodness and will hopefully change quickly the experience that we are in and the situation we are in, to be able to have a breakthrough in this pandemic, that we all come out safe and healthy and well and stronger than ever, smarter than ever, better than ever. And together we will stand as one, because today we also stood together as one to make great things happen. So happy birthday, Rebbe, the 118th birthday, and continue leading us from above and inspiring us every day to remember that each one of us is not small and inconsequential, but we are great and we are powerful. So, my friends, my brothers and sisters, I leave you with this. And may this carry us through today, and as long as we have to be socially and physically isolated. Thank you so much. All the best.